Welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about how to 20 people in 30 days into your business. Now, whether you're network marketing or you're building a church or any organization, we've been talking about how recruiting is so important because regardless how amazing your message is, how amazing your product or service is, if there aren't people to help bring that message out, then it's not going to go anywhere. So recruiting 20 and 30 can absolutely transform your life. Now, I'm going to speak from a network marketing perspective, very relevant there. But I wonder, have you ever had recruiting be an issue? Or are you in a place in your business where you feel like things are super slow? You feel like things could be a lot better. You're kind of frustrated on where your results are and everything. Well, recruiting 20 and 30 is the answer if you really want to make a quantum leap. Now, I know that might sound kind of crazy. I'll just give the quick story for me. In my network marketing business, I'm one of those types of people that when I learned the skill sets, I then became pretty consistent with getting new customers and partnering with new people. Maybe like one a month or something like that. It was just like a consistent part of my lifestyle. But the issue behind that was I felt that I would always make a step forward and then take another step back. Another step forward, another step back. One person be fired up and then another person would leave. One customer would love it, another would leave. And have you ever felt like that's like a revolving door? And there was a point when I was so frustrated, I was seeking for answers. And I heard from Eric Worre, the network marketing pro guru, this concept of a 20 and 30. That if you enroll 20 people in 30 days, everything will change for you. And I heard stories of people like Daniel Fire that started this, did a 20 and 30, who in 66 days did an intense run, made $100,000 in his business in 66 days, like within a 1 month period. I was like, what? And I started taking a look at all the 7-figure income earners in network marketing. And guess what? Almost every single one of them at one period in time, they did a 20 and 30. So I started scratching my head on this, and this is not for the faint-hearted. But if you have a serious goal and a serious dream in your business, and you want to launch it, and you're looking around your team, and you're like, man, I love them, but they ain't doing much. You're looking at your paychecks, you're like, this isn't where I want it to be. And you're looking at your dream, and it feels like it's further and further and further away. Then you might want to consider doing something like a 20 and 30 or scale it to what you want it to do as well too. Now, why 20 and 30? There's a stat that if you enroll 20 and 30, out of those 20, 2 of them will become leaders. And that's what you're looking for in any business. You're going to sift through the many to find the few. But out of 20, you're going to find 2. I hope you understand that statistic. Now, why 20 and 30s will too? When you do something fast, success loves speed, things happen faster. Miracles start happening. In fact, right before this, I'm in the middle of my own personal run right now. This week, I've already enrolled 6 people personally into my business. This morning, I woke up to a text of someone saying, hey, I want to join. Okay, that'd be number 7. And then I have a number 8 coming, right? Like when you move fast, people like that. Success loves speed, as Eric Worre says. So if you wanted to find 2 leaders, normally, here's the stat, at least in network marketing. I think this is pretty true in many other businesses as well. If you want to find your dream manager, you want to find your dream superstars, typically it takes 40 enrollments to equal 1 superstar, 1 leader. But if you compress time frames, you do 20 and 30, it is 1 leader is found out of 10. So if you're lazy like me and you'd rather do less work and have more payoff, it's a lot faster. It's 4 times faster to compress time frames and enroll 20 in 30. Now, why is that important? At least in the compensation plan that I'm playing in, did you know with 2 leaders, that equals $10,000 a month? 2 leaders, that equals $10,000 a month. Because now you're partnering with your dream team and you're establishing a major, major customer base and everything. And it gets super, super exciting. So the payoff, not bad. Are you willing to discipline yourself for 30 days to have a 6-figure pay raise for that year. If this at all even stirs the imagination, put a 1 in the chat. If you're like, that's interesting. Okay. Well, how do you do it? Now I've done this multiple times. The first time I did it, I thought it was impossible. Remember, the most I maybe enrolled in 1 month was maybe 4, maybe 5. So to think 20 and 30, all these feelings came up. Where are they going to come from? I don't have enough time. I don't know if they're going to get started with me. All of those like BS things that come into the mind. But once you make a decision, everything changes. So I said, I'm committing to this. And how do you do it? Well, I went to my mentors. They told me this, very simple. If you want to enroll 20 and 30, it's not because you're highly connected. It's not because you're super deserving. It's not because you're extra special. None of that. It's simply numbers. Let me tell you the number. 100 presentations equals 10 people getting started. So 200 presentations seen equals 20 people getting started. The stats in most businesses is if you show 10 presentations, 1 will get started. 10 presentations, 1 will get started. This could be for your product, your service, your business. But in the context of enrolling 20 and 30, it's 10 business presentations. So what's the goal? In 1 month, how do you show 200 people your business? If you break it down every day, how do you show 20 people your business? If you do that, you got 20 and 30. I'm telling you, the numbers are where it's at. And I know at first the number might seem crazy, but the reality is this: when I started going to this run, I realized that if you have a number, if you have a focus, focus creates energy, focus creates intention, focus creates your reality. So when you actually focus in on the most productive thing, everything else falls by the wayside and you have no problem with the rest. So don't worry. You're actually going to find you have more time. You're actually going to find that you're wasting a lot of time typically. Because most of the time in our businesses, we're wasting our time thinking about what to do rather than doing what we should be doing. So it's just math. So I took on this math and it took some time. It took some effort. I had to rearrange my schedule a little bit. But guess what? I did it. But here's the interesting thing as well, too. Even though the math said that it's 10 presentations for 1 person getting started, if you decide to do a 20 and 30, it is so much faster. This week alone, for example, I've maybe had 30 people that said they wanted to watch a presentation. Typically, that would yield 3 people getting started. But the numbers itself are actually doubled, and it should be more as well, too, because more and more are getting started. Isn't that interesting? So why do a 20 and 30? It'll change your business. It'll change your life. I did it the first time, and guess what? Out of that, I looked over the following year. What's the mission? It isn't just enroll 20. The mission is to find your next leaders. And guess what? Out of 20 people, I found 2 leaders. And it changed the game for forever. One is now expanding a brand new country. Another is just crushing it. So the numbers are interesting. So I want to tease the appetite, whet the appetite. If you've ever thought about doing something like this, let me know in the comments if that sounds like something interesting for you. If you have any questions on this, because I want to unpack this further as well too. But with that said, if this encouraged you, if you like this, share this. Also, subscribe to my YouTube for this plus a lot more cool information. And by the way, if you're into more information, what we got going in our organization, the Warrior Movement, we're family professionals. We're training people how to build a business from their phone in a fun, simple, impactful way. And would love to have you on board with us as well too. If you're into more information on the Warrior Movement, fill out the caption that says work with me or send me a message. But other than that, great to see you. Have an awesome, awesome day. And let's